The fourth.
Hey guys,
Hey, there's the man.
We just went live.
Too.
Hi, everybody. Matt here from Matt Likes Comics, and tonight we're doing the Sunday Superman show, which I'm calling the MLJ edition, which you will soon find out why. Tonight, I have three guests that have joined us. We're going to do a little talking about the Supergirl trailer, and then we'll get on to the books. But tonight, I've got Mark from Mark's Issues with Archie's Comics. How are you doing tonight?
Good. Thanks for having me.
We've got Stehen Gentner, the man better known as Collecto6 and as the man who knows everything.
No.
Really?
In spite of that, I will say it's nice to be here. Thank you, Matt.
And we have the wonderful, all-knowing Alan, the comic collector geek, who also has a lot of knowledge from those early periods. It's good to see you, Alan.
Good to see you.
Yeah. So before we go into go into talking to the chat and stuff, I just want to take a few minutes to discuss the Supergirl trailer, which, of course, came out on this past Thursday. So my first thoughts is I really liked it. I think it's going to be an interesting movie. Having read the story that it's based on from one end to the other on 3 or 4 occasions, I am very looking forward to it because they picked a really good story to actually use in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good story. I think from the trailer, it looked like it's going to be pretty faithful to the book.
They've certainly shown the parts that seem relevant. They've showed both the big bad and the tiny bit of Lobo. Now, Lobo, of course, is not part of the original story.
I'm wondering if they're going to switch out the bounty hunter that she tries to hire for Lobo.
That's a possibility.
Well, he is a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
But then that would kind of suck. I would hope that he would have more than like a moment in the movie. They're not building this all up just to give him a minute.
Yeah, he wouldn't have much time. So in the story, she basically there's a little girl who her father gets murdered by the man of the creme of the Yellow Hills, right?
Yes, creme of the Yellow Hills, and that's the guy who has the yellow all over him. For those that have seen the trailer, he is the big bad of the picture.
Mm-hmm. And basically, she tries to hire a bounty hunter to kill, and then the bounty hunter basically betrays her.
The bounty hunter takes off with her sword and betrays her and takes her money and runs away. It's like, go away, little girl. And Supergirl happens to be there when that happens. Like, I don't think so. And she ends up going with the girl to try and teach her that killing isn't always the answer as well, at least in the comic book.
That's how it ends. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good story.
It was a very good story. And the thing is that for all these people that are complaining that, Supergirl is drunk, that is a key part of this storyline. It's her deciding to go to a red sun planet because she cannot get drunk on Earth to see what it's like because it's her birthday and she wanted to try something different for her birthday. Now in the comic book, she's turning 21. In the movie, she announces she's 23. So
yeah,
I guess they're making sure there's a little
bit of a description
for our American audiences.
But The other thing with her is that one of the things that she's suffering from is the trauma of the
Krypton.
Yeah. And they really do get into the origin of that. That it's not like in the movie, like usually they always say Krypton blows up in a day and like it's like blah, everyone dies. But in her origin, it's more like a year-long event.
Well, didn't they get blown off into Argo City or something?
Yes, Argo City got blown off as a chunk.
Yes,
that was mostly intact.
It had a dome over it. Yeah,
that's right. And what's cool about it is like issue 4 of the Supergirl World Woman of Tomorrow is actually dedicated. That particular book talks about what happened in Krypton and why she's feeling down and all this stuff.
Well, having your whole family destroyed and your planet destroyed does tend to diminish the joy element, doesn't it?
Yes, but also we got to look at it this way. She was older, so she understood. She knew what Krypton was. Superman had the advantage of being an infant and having a family bring him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's more well-rounded in that sense. He's more feeling the loss of his culture, where she's not only feeling the loss of her culture, she's feeling the loss of her home and her parents and everything she's known.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of would send people. I mean, at least she's not there. At least they're not making her do crack or meth or something like that.
Well, the thing is that they're building the foundation of some of her. The reason why she would want to at some point perhaps have a drink or two and be somewhat melancholy about the fact that she did experience all of that where Clark really doesn't even have a clue.
Yes, and the thing is, it's hilarious how the dog does. Crypto is hers in this story.
Yeah.
Crypto goes with her. So for her to be the owner of Crypto in this sense makes sense. So I've seen that criticism in a lot of places where why is Crypto her dog? Well, actually in the latest versions, the dog hangs out with her more than it does Superman anyways, because the dog has always preferred younger company. And even though she's technically older, physically she's younger. So so it makes total sense to me. Anyway, that's what I feel. I think that everybody should watch it on themselves, make their own judgment about it. But what I really
read the it's 8 books. It's a good
9.
read. No, 8.
It's 8, and it's available in one collected edition up there. Like you can get it,
or you can read it online. I read it online.
Yeah, or yes, you can read it online. That's true. It is available.
Do you guys think as a speculation that set of books is a good one or just the first issue?
Well, I've noticed that the 7th issue, for reasons I won't get into, I don't want to spoil the book there, everybody, is picking up. And so is the 8th issue for the Aftermath. But issues 2 to 6 are pretty cheap.
Magoo.
Yeah. One is definitely
a good story.
Yeah.
Well, don't bring it on to book club because I know what'll happen if you bring it on to book club. It'll get ripped up one side and down the other and left in the dirt with blood all over its face.
No, there's a lot of violence and stuff. A lot of people get mutilated and stuff. Whole civilization.
Well, there's that. There's that.
Yes, it is a very it takes dark turns, this story, and that's one of the things I like. For those that don't know, I did a video on this series probably about a month and a half ago. When this is over, I can put a link to the video I did. I covered the 8 books and went over.
Now, since I have all 4 of you here, I have been offered the complete set in mint condition. What should I pay for a mint set of the original set of 8 books in mint condition, raw?
So the problem is right now is the worst time to buy it.
No, because you don't understand. I want to get a number from you. You guys are the experts, so I rely on you. Tell me what I should pay for those.
Right now, the first book is way overpriced. The other books are cheap.
Yes, I was going to say that
$10 a piece, basically, right?
I would say that too. Number 1 is overpriced. 7 and 8 are perfectly priced for the reasons why they're big.
So what does it all add up to?
I would say at this moment, $100 would be fine.
$350.
So probably a couple hundred.
I was expecting.
You're not helping Mark.
I'd say a couple $100 because number 1, you're going to pay like $100 for that. 100, maybe a little bit more than 100.
Yeah.
And then the rest are like $10 to $15 each.
So you're saying if I could get the set in mint condition raw for $100, it would be a deal.
Go for it. It would be a
reasonable deal. Yeah.
All right.
A reasonable deal at this time. Now that we've done this, let's take a moment to say hi to those of us, to those that have come and joined us tonight. We've got Rob Saint. That's number 1. He was here at 5:46 p.m. He really wanted to hit that. Kay Munin is here. Hi, Andreas. Kay Munin was here at 6:07.
Back and forth, by the way, just so you know, because I have an auction I'm watching.
Lyle is here.
Big Lyle?
Jeff is here. Hi, Jeff Jack.
Big Jeff.
And I'm going to do the thank you, Hurricane.
Very nice.
And thank you very much. It's all appreciated.
My bell.
Apparently, there's 3 inches of snow in New Jersey.
It's a lot more than that across the country.
We've got Mark's issues with Archie Comics.
Who's that guy?
Who's that guy? Yeah.
We've got the amazing Robbie Josephs. I'm sorry that you guys lost the way you did today.
Well, it looks like Kansas City lost more than that. Mahomes has a torn ACL.
Oh, it did come out that way.
Torn ACL.
You got a torn ACL?
Ouch.
That's
that means
brutal.
He's done for the year. Hi, Lewis. Good to see you. Second Floor Comics. Let's see here. We got a lot of K Munin and Second Floor talking. A lot of Jeff. It's good to see that everybody's having fun talking. Oh, apparently CGI sucks.
CGI. Well, that's usually the complaint whenever people see a trailer. They always say, "Oh, the CGI is terrible."
Somebody here, Second Floor says 50 to 70. To your question,
that's not reasonable.
I'm gonna look.
And we've got Den Kyle 312 here. Hi, everybody. Hi, Denny or Denky Kyle. Good to see you tonight. That's everybody in the chat at the moment. So, what I'd like to do tonight is what we were going to do is we're going to show books from the MLJ era of superheroes, not Archie comics, but there will be some Archie because I've asked Mark to bring superhero Archie. The reason for this is the more Archie I'm seeing, the more interested in it I'm becoming. And the fact that MLJ started as a superhero company and have had characters that have lasted, they bring them in every so often, over 60, 70 years, actually intrigues me that they still exist and they still use them. And I really apologize for my voice. I'm getting better, I promise. I'm getting better. It's just the throat.
Sound a little rough.
Yeah. But so I decided that when I was asking Mark some information about this, I decided it would be fun to do this tonight. So I'd like to break this down into a few bits. I want to start with Mark to show us the Archie characters as superheroes like Captain Hero and Super Teen and such. And then I will go to Alan and Steven, who have the Golden Age versions of the books. And finally, I also
have the silver.
Oh,
I love Archie. I've collected Archie the Fly. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then I will finish with a couple of the more modern versions of the books.
You were saying you were going to show red circles.
No, I'm showing,
and not just the ones around your eyes.
No, I'm showing the Impact line.
Okay.
From DC, when DC licensed the characters and did it in the early 90s. So, Mark, I'm going to make you big, and you get the floor.
All right. All right. Well, I did grab a couple of Supermans. I only have a few. I get like Crypto.
Oh, that's very cool.
But if you look, he likes Supergirl. He likes fire hydrants. He likes Superman. He does not like Srchie.
Yeah, that's about right.
No one does.
But I will do the Archies. All right. The first one I have here is Life with Archie. This is number 42. And this is the first appearance of Archie as Pure Heart.
Very cool.
It's a Bob White cover. This one came out in 1965.
I've seen that one for sale at local comic conventions, and I never got around to buying it.
It's not a very expensive book. Well, it all depends on grade, of course. Archies, for some reason, high-grade Archies are hard to find because they're usually a kid's book. Mm-hmm. And kids read the heck out of their comic books. We did as kids, I'm sure. Let's see. The next one I have is Life with Archie number 50. And this is the first appearance of the United Three.
Very cool.
Which is Captain, it's Pure Heart the Powerful, Super Betty, and Captain Hero. And you even have Evil Heart down there, which is Reggie.
I actually have the first appearance of Evil Heart.
I don't have that one because I've always considered Evil Heart a villain. So he was like lowest on my list of ones to get. That was also a Bob White cover. The next one I have is Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica 118. This is the first appearance of Betty as a super teen.
Very cool.
How does she get her powers?
In this book, it's a dream sequence. When Archie started all these heroes, even Pure Heart the Powerful, they were all dreams. Captain Hero, it was a dream. It was like a what if story. I guess they wanted to see how popular they would get with the superheroes at this time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they were all dream sequences. But then Betty and Me, number 3, has her as super teen. The costume's a little bit different. She actually uses jets to fly, and the other one she could just fly.
Those look like that looks like a Legion rocket belt.
Yes, it does.
A little bit,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
And she gets her powers. She takes her ponytail and she tugs on it.
Yes, I remember that. That is such a cool idea.
And it turns her into super teen. In one story, she was falling off. She jumped off a cliff or something because Archie had fallen, and she didn't even pull her ponytail got caught in a branch that was sticking out, on course, on the side of the cliff, and it pulled her ponytail, and it turned her into super teen as she was landing to save Archie.
Now, in most of these stories, Veronica is the damsel in distress, right?
Yes, 99.9% of the time, it's her.
Mm-hmm.
Betty and Me, number 4. Betty and Me seems to have a lot of her as super teen. In this one, she's fighting Magnet Girl. Magnet Girl can make anyone into a magnet for anything that she wants. Like if she says she wants cheeseburgers to stick to you, all the cheeseburgers would come flying to you.
Juggy would like that.
And in this issue, she made all the Archie a girl magnet.
So Archie's a real chick magnet after all, eh?
He's a chick magnet, so all the chicks are flying off the beach and landing on Archie.
That's hilarious.
Which Super Team cannot let happen.
I know Betty must have loved that.
I have Jughead here as Captain Hero number 1.
Oh, that's interesting.
Now, again, this is a dream sequence, and if you look at the colors, he's wearing purple with the yellow gloves and a yellow cape. Most of the other times, he's wearing a yellow costume with purple gloves and a purple cape.
Yeah, I was going to say, which one is I've seen both. Which is the one that's supposed to be the proper one?
I believe the purple one's supposed to be the actual one. It's kind of like Mighty Mouse, you know how, Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, his costume changed. Yeah,
it would change back and forth depending on who was the colorist, I guess.
We've got a question here.
The transformation cover, by the way, that's great.
What year are these books approximately?
Oh, I'm sorry. The Captain Hero, I have this all written down, is 66.
Oh, 66. Full center.
The Betty and Me number 4 is 66. Who did the cover on this one? Captain Hero. This is a Bob Montana cover.
Oh, very cool. That must have been near where he was near the end of his tenure, eh?
This was 66. And I believe he went all the way up into the early 80s.
Oh, really? Wow. Impressive.
I mean, he didn't do as much, and it like all artists, as they get older, it gets a little bit more sloppy.
I didn't realize Bob Montana lasted that long. I thought he was only up until the Silver Age.
Yeah, that's what I would thought too. That's why I'm like, wow.
He did. I guess he did like guest arts. Like, there's Martin O'Dell, who did the Green Lantern originally.
Yeah.
He did one of the books all the way up, and I think he was like in his 80s, because I had him at my shop. I used to have a shop, and it's a thick one. It's like an annual or something. He just did like a little 4-page, because you gotta remember all these stories are only like 2, 3, 4 pages. So he could maybe knock one of those out. But these are mostly 60s. This is the first appearance of Jughead as Captain Hero.
Oh, I don't have that. That's cool.
This is Jughead 126. And this story, again, was a dream. So every single Archie hero started out as a dream. They're probably trying to get in. The next one I have is Veronica 111. This is where Veronica becomes a power team.
Is that her first time as a superhero?
It is, but you have to realize she doesn't have any superpowers whatsoever.
But she's sexy.
She she can spend money if that's a superpower.
Well, but, it's a superpower for Batman. He's rich. Why not her?
Her and Iron Man.
Yeah.
But she created the persona as a comic book to try to become financially independent from her father.
Oh, interesting.
But she used all her father's credit cards to become.
And that's what's that? Archie. What's that issue? Veronica what?
111.
That's pretty cool. Power Team. Interesting name.
And the most recent Archie superhero is Kevin Keller.
Very cool. I did not.
He's the Equalizer. He is Archie's first gay character, as most people know.
I have his first appearance, but not him as a superhero.
Right. Veronica and him are out one day, and someone's getting purse snatched. And Kevin, being the good citizen that he is, runs out and stops the purse snatcher. And Veronica decides to give him her headquarters and try to make him into a superhero called the Equalizer. And it kind of ended because 15 was the last issue. And it just kind of hung from that. And I'm not sure what happened after that.
I noticed
low sales.
Low sales.
I noticed that one was signed by Dan Parent.
It is signed by Dan Parent. This was signed at the Virginia Beach Comic Con.
Oh, that's cool that you keep the notes. That's good. Oh, you have a certificate.
Back in the day, the Comic Cons used to have their own little certificates.
Yeah.
We have Hot Dog.
Oh, now that's cool.
Oh, wow. That almost reminds me of those ones, where it's like the Christian Spire. It has that kind of Christian Spire look to it.
A little bit like that. And he also reminds me of the original Red Tornado, Ma Huckle.
Yes.
Where he's just wearing like work gloves and, rain boots. And
well, I thought he looked sort of like the Banana Splits.
He's got one boot and he's got one pink shoe.
Because of course. And he's wearing gloves, and apparently he has opposable thumbs. It's pretty good for a dog.
And then I got some of the variants on the digests. We got like the Boy Buddies.
Nice.
And do you know who those are?
Yeah, they're the old.
And do you know what their names are?
Rapey and.
I'm going to be like Alan. I know what they are, but I don't know what they are. Sorry, Alan.
Stars and Stripes. Stars and Stripes.
No, it's not Stars and Stripes. Stars and Stripes are DC.
Yeah, but I think it's supposed to be like that, isn't it?
No. It's Roy the American Boy, and then it's Rusty.
I knew that.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that.
I think you mentioned them before, so I kind of I'll pretend to.
But you knew. You knew.
No, I didn't know. I thought
okay, fair enough. You knew. Okay, fair enough. Go ahead.
I didn't know.
You got Kardak the Mystic.
Oh, that's cool.
That is
cool.
Everyone
was asking the other day about their the magicians, like Mandrake the Magician and everybody. This was Archie's.
Now, was he an actual magician, or was he a sleight of hand guy that just pretended?
He actually had magic.
Cool.
Kind of like Santana. Is that?
Yep.
Yeah. We've got the new version of The Fly.
Oh, now that's nice. I love The Fly.
So these are digest books that like are these trade paperbacks or what are they?
These are the thick digest books, and they're the variant covers. A lot of people don't realize you can get variants on the big thick.
No,
Yeah,
I would have never known that myself. My knowledge of Archie is very limited, and that's one of the reasons I like your channel so much.
Like this is actually, where does it say? Oh, it says it in the back.
Oh, the cheater.
This is Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics Double Digest number 331.
Nice.
Very cool.
So the original cover probably has, Betty and Veronica doing Betty and Veronica stuff.
I'm going to guess they're on
shield.
the beach. Oh, the shield is great.
And again, this is the variant cover. I don't have all of them, but I have a good stack. And then we got the Crusaders with Fly Girl and Inferno.
Nice.
Another card act, the Mystic.
Are these Dan Parent covers? Because they sure look like it.
They look like it, yeah.
Yeah, most of them are Dan Parent. Dan Parent. Yeah, they're all Dan Parent. And then the last one I have is the new Crusaders.
Very cool.
You've got the Jaguar, Fly Girl, Inferno, and the Shield on that one.
Yeah, the shield. You know something? The shield is really cool.
And that's the young Shield. This is the Shield from when they were doing the Red Circle review of the characters. And because now the Shield's like a really old guy. He's got a big, white beard and everything like that. So those are my Archie Hero cover books.
Very cool, Mark.
Very cool.
Very.
Thanks.
We're gonna have Alan come up next
Okay.
because I know that he's checking his.
I won my auction. I won it. So
Congratulations.
yeah. It was like checking this little auction as we were doing it. It was perfect timing actually. So I imagine Steven's going to show this, but I'll show it anyways. This is the Double Life of Private Strong, and this is the very first appearance of the Fly.
Yes.
So yeah.
That has actually been always a book that I've wanted to get, but didn't concentrate on getting.
Actually, I had 2 copies at one point. What did I win? I won Tomb of Terror. The one where he's drowning the guy. So yeah. Tomb of Terror, I think it's Tomb of Terror 10? 16. Tomb of Terror 16. So yeah. Okay, and then this is like a cool Pep one. So this is Pep number 41. It's in really rough shape, but it's a big book actually because it's the one where you got the shield, and then he's kind of raising up Archie's hand.
Yeah. And
it looks like, in a weird way, it's like Archie is victorious. But in this case, what's happening is this book is the first of all the Archie titles where it's all Archie covers. So in a weird way, he's kind of victorious over the shield because the shield used to dominate the covers before this.
So when was the last appearance of the superheroes? Was it this book?
No, it was much later. I think it was like, Stephen, you have it.
I was just thinking that it's like in a Pep. 50s? It's in a Pep comic, and it has basically there's a guy that it's really a superhero story, and with all of the teen humor and angst, it sticks out like a sore thumb. But yes, I have it.
Yeah, I think it's in the 50s in terms of issues. It's not that much later. Archie just sort of dominated. And then I really like the Black Hood.
He is cool.
Yeah. He's kind of like he kind of goes up against similar to the Red Skull. There's a character he goes up against that's called the Skull. That's his nemesis. But these are Kinsler covers. So I really like them. It's the black. hood, number 17, and then Heather Black hood.
Nice. Red dress.
Yeah, I love this kind of cover. So this is like I think she, like the girl, you'll notice the girl in the red dress, the same girl. She's kind of like this debutante that he's kind of, she kind of falls in love with him. He pretends to be her boyfriend when they first meet, but she kind of like, hey, he seems so much better than he normally is. And then she kind of falls in love with him. So he's always like rescuing her.
And she only has one dress?
She only has one dress. Back then, girls only had red dresses, and that was it. That was all they were allowed to wear. This one, is going to be in my current Grail unboxing series, but I'll show it anyways. So you're getting to see it here first.
Oh, I feel so privileged. Honestly, this is a great cover.
Is it the Hangman's first appearance?
This is the Hangman's first appearance.
That's cool.
And I think Stephen will probably show a better copy of this, but
I just don't want you to feel roped into showing them.
Yes. Yeah. I figure if I'm going to hang out with you guys.
That's the way to go. Now, the question is, which letter are you going to guess first?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this is actually an interesting book because, and Stephen's told the story so many times that I feel like I know the story. Basically, his brother is the first costumed hero to die in a comic book, and his brother kind of helps him.
The Comet.
The Comet, yeah.
The Comet, yes. The
Comet dies in this. So
did the Comet die before Captain Triumph's twin brother?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have actually Captain Triumph #1, which is the first appearance of Captain Triumph, and he always blows his horn and he calls his brother to help. But yeah, so but this is the first costume hero to die in a comic. And this is from 1941. I think Captain Triumph is like 42 or 43, somewhere around there. And then we got the Ace. This is the first appearance of the Ace.
And he's standing with Steel Sterling.
Steel Sterling's the other guy, yeah.
Steel Sterling was bigger.
Is his name Ace or Blackjack?
Oh, yeah, What am I saying? Ace. Blackjack. Sorry, you're right.
Hey, he's the Archie expert.
Actually, I got it. Yeah. See,
well, Ace was from the
I'm thinking of some. Yeah, Ace is something else.
The card gang from Batman and Justice League, the Royal Flush Gang.
Yeah, he also
that's
isn't Ace also the Bat Hound?
Yeah, and this is also a Hitler cover.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't see him down there.
Yeah, he's just down there. I mean, they're giants, and all these other guys are like really tiny. So that's it.
By the way, Kate Noonan, I did see your question with regards to what I thought of the Supergirl line. I will put the answer in the comments after the show.
I realized I left one book that I should grab, but I'll grab it in a minute. Then we have this one. This is Pep 36. This is the first cover appearance of Archie in Pep. He actually makes an earlier appearance in Jackpot, and in Archie 1 is his first full cover appearance, actually.
Well, when did Archie 1 come out? How long after he started Pep?
One sec. This is 43. I think it's like 44 or maybe end of 43. Somewhere
it's like
around
a year and a half to 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes they were published monthly, and sometimes they were seasonal, and they were bi-monthly sometimes. So it's hard to.
Yeah. So if you think about it, this is like Pep. Actually, no. So it's before this. So it has to be like I think it was the end of 42 that Pep 1 came out, because this is 43. But Archie, I think he came out.
If that's 36, wouldn't Pep have come out in 40? Because if it's
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So Pep 22, which is his first appearance, I think is probably like 41 or 40, somewhere around there. So yeah. So, but my point is, so this is February of 43. I think our Archie 1 is like end of 42. I think would be my guess. Got a couple more. We got this one, another Hitler cover actually. That's Steel Sterling, and he's like, that's the U.S. production, and he's like, and I think that's the Black Hood helping him. And then I forget what's this guy's name. Sergeant Boyle is this guy over here, and they're squishing like Mussolini and Tojo and Hitler.
Who did the cover on that?
What?
Who did the cover on that one?
I think it's Irv Novak. Would be my guess. No, Bob Montana.
Okay.
Bob Montana. Wow.
And this is actually the first appearance of Reggie in comics. That's kind of the key thing.
I always look at it, but I never get it because it's so expensive.
Yeah, I actually got this from Univ, believe it or not.
I've been doing some research, and I think this Hitler bug guy was pretty bad.
Yeah, I heard some, I guess he was not a good guy for some reason.
He seems to
I heard he
always,
was a
at
monster.
first I thought, he was good, like, why are they always doing this stuff to him on these covers? But now I see why.
Yeah. And last one here. I think that's the Web, right?
Yes.
And then we got Steel Sterling, and they're kind of, he's like punching a Nazi guy. But this is actually the first appearance of Ginger in comics. Ginger Snap, kind of a character I like. But it's also a superhero book, so I figured it fit the theme.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
All these covers are really awesome.
And if you just give me 1 second here, just bear with me 1 second. Grab some. And this is the first appearance of the Web.
Very cool.
Yeah, this is here.
Zip is an important title.
Yeah, Zip has a lot of key appearances.
It has the first Wilbur.
Yeah, first Wilbur as well. Also, no, it's Jackpot that has that, but the other one. But 1942 Irv Novak cover.
Irv Novak was around for a long time too, I'm guessing.
Yeah. And he did right into DC, didn't he? Like, did some stuff.
Yeah, he was like he was in the 60s at least.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of rough. You can see it's kind of mangled, but hey, I'm just happy to have, I like my first appearances. So.
No, that's cool. It's cool that you have that.
So those are my
Alan or Steven, I have a question. Someone is offering me a Roly Poly comic, which were Archies, but they're not Archies. You know what I'm talking about?
I know. I have Roly Poly.
It's ROLYPOLY.
Yep, I have it.
Are those Archie books? Because they're Archie characters now.
I don't think they're Archie characters.
They've got Steel Sterling. They've got Susie. They've got the Banana Guy.
I have like Roly Poly 1 and through. Like, I have a bunch of Roly Polies.
Is the one he's showing me, it's Steel Sterling, and he's got like a plow, and he's plowing the field. Yeah. And you got Susie down.
That's Roly Poly 1.
Right. So isn't Steel Sterling an Archie?
I didn't think it was Steel Sterling.
I thought it was Steel Sterling and Susie on the.
I'll grab it after this. After
okay.
I'll look it up.
Sure. I didn't want to spend the money if it wasn't,
Yeah, I don't think it's an Archie though. I don't think it's Archie. I didn't think so. I'll find out. We'll find out.
Well, thank you.
I don't know.
Steven, it is
your
awesome time.
Oh,
yes, it's time for awesomeness.
First, an observation. MLJ started with superheroes. They were important. They were popular. And the shield changed Captain America from having a triangular shield to a round one, which was a very interesting development that Marvel reacted to what the popularity of Pep, which I found was interesting. So the superheroes went along, and then Archie came in and then took over. They had tried to do Wilbur first, and Wilbur has the same triangle of two girls and one guy, and it's reversed. The blonde is Archie pines for Veronica, but he also pines for Betty. Betty was his original girlfriend before Veronica came in to town. So, but the thing about it was, that the triangle of Wilbur and the two gals that are a noirette and a blonde, same thing, and the blonde they kind of flipped the personalities a little bit, and it didn't resonate. But when they put this red-haired, bunny-toothed klutz in 1920s golf clothes and have the pretty girls coming after him, everybody, it was magic. It was lightning in a bottle. So the superheroes were shoved out. And then in the 60s, here are Archie and his crew trying to then become superheroes. So you started with superheroes, you went to Archie, and then they tried to bring superheroes in with the Archie characters. It's sort of an interesting timeline.
It's very camp, right? And this was the Batman time, so camp.
Even so, that the heroes were destroyed by Archie, and then they were bringing them back. Of course, they had the Fly and the others. It's Roy the Superboy was his name, and Roy, his real name was Roy Carter, and he was an orphaned shoeshine boy. And he was brought into and hooked up with the Wizard, who was a non-superpowered hero who had whiz-bang technology that he could use to fight crime. And that was Blaine Whitney, I think, was the name. And I was incorrect. It's not Rusty, it's Dusty. It's Dusty the Boy Detective. And his actual name was Dustin Roberts, I think. Dustin, let's see here.
I actually went to school with a guy named Dustin Roberts.
Orphaned Dusty witnessed thugs targeting his father at an airfield. He rescued the Shield's girlfriend, showing spunk, unquote unquote, leading the hero to reveal his identity and recruit the boy as his sidekick, forming a classic detective duo after his dad's suspicious death. Joe Higgins was the name of the Shield, who was a policeman. And then he had this suit that was a super suit that was bulletproof, and he was tough, and he could lie and all that other good stuff. So that's where, and they had a thing where they became the boy buddies, like your cover. I read, and I believe it was in and I'll show you when I get to it with my stuff. I will start with the Silver Age, because I can. And what happened was the Fly went along, and it was sort of, I will say, kind of hit and miss in like 67, 68. It sort of didn't know exactly what to do. And then it was Flyman near the end. And then after that, hi, Big. And then after that, then it turned into, they picked up the numbering and they called it the Mighty Heroes. Or the Mighty Crusaders. And so I will show, that starts with issue number 41. And so here we go. This was the first issue when they basically broke. Or no, excuse me, this is too early. No, I'm going backward here, just a second.
Just, can I interject just for one sec? The roly-poly, yes, it is Steel Sterling. So Mark, it is
very cool.
So is it published by Archie? Is it
no? It isn't. It isn't. But they used Archie characters.
Because like on issue 12, they have a Betty and a Veronica dancing like in exotic dresses, and I
had that one. Yeah, I didn't realize it was them though. I thought it was like some other characters looking like them. Okay.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yep.
No worries. That's all right. So here we start. It's the Mighty. It turns into Mighty Comics. And then they had not Crusaders, they come later. So here we start. The Shield and the Black Hood.
Did you buy these new? Because they were in beautiful condition.
No, I had a few in my first collection that went away in 1988. And then I was able to piece them together. They're not horribly hard to find, but to find them nice is kind of a trick. Like getting the Shadow. I have the Super Shadow as well, the Archie Shadow books. And there's one other one. There's the Shadow, and then I think it's Dracula. Wow. They're horrible. but they are what they are. So then we have issue, like I say, that's 41. Flyman stopped at 40, and then Mighty Comics starts with issue 41. Here's 42.
Nice.
So these are all like they decided to bring these all back in the 60s, right?
Yes, this is in 1967.
Wow. Okay.
Here's 42 again.
The timing is interesting because that would have been when they needed to bring them back to keep them under that period's Copyright Act. So it's kind of
could be.
Here is 43. And they would alternate the heroes. There's the web. Here is 44.
very cool.
You don't really see these very often.
I've
No,
never
you
seen
don't.
these actually.
And that's why I have the show tonight. These piqued my interest.
That's actually really interesting. When you showed that sort of briefly before, I thought, oh, it looks kind of like the Shield, but Nick Fury Shield. I was thinking it kind of looked like just the way the logo is. I thought remind me of like Nick Fury.
Now, do the heroes team up in these, or they both?
Yeah, they team up.
Stories?
They'll team up. Here is Mr. Justice. Here, he was another one. Matter of fact, Alan, that's on one of the covers to your books. Mr. Justice is one of the balloons on the side there.
Yeah.
Here he comes back with Mr. Justice is here, and he's with the Black Hood.
Very cool.
Wow.
You wanted Archie Super.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
And how long did this run for?
It ran for 100 years.
I mean, like just issue numbers. I was thinking. But
Well, this is issue 48.
that's why I was thinking. That's why I asked because I'm surprised that it ran that long.
Here is issue. This is another copy. This is a nicer copy. The black cover. Look at that. Isn't that beaut?
And there's the Hangman too. They brought all their characters back. It's pretty cool.
This is how they tried to reintroduce them in 1967. At the same time, Marvel was getting ready to have their big Marvel premiere issues in 1968 when they split the anthology titles.
Wow.
49.
That would have been a fun period to be a comic fan.
Most definitely a fun time.
And here is issue number 50. And I believe that's the last. This is the last one.
Well, now I have new stuff to look for next year.
Yeah.
Now we go. Then they shifted, and now they started with a number one, and here are the Mighty Crusaders, which is like the Justice League of the Archie characters. You've got the Fly, you have Fly Girl, you have the Comet, who is now alive again, the Black Hood, and the Shield. The Comet's the guy with the little rainbow helmet.
Yes, the worst costume.
Helmet.
On the mighty heroes, it followed the numbering from the Fly and then Fly Man. Yeah, that is correct. This is fresh. Start fresh. This is a good book, actually. They're not bad.
Is this the first time they got around to the origin of the Shield? Because I noticed that on the cover there.
I'm certain it isn't.
No.
1966. So this was running concurrently with the Mighty Heroes. A dupe. Here is issue number 3.
Very cool.
It's funny, the Shield's using a door to shield himself. Instead of a
Don't want to
shield.
mess up the uniform.
And of course, everybody knows that the door uses a shield, right? So
The door uses the shield, and the shield uses it. It's a symbiotic relationship. The snail darter. Here's issue 4.
Do we get new heroes in that one?
I don't think so. The Sinister Agents of the Nameless One. This is issue 5. This fun stuff.
It is super cool. I haven't seen these.
that is amazing.
Here is issue number 6. This is I think this is one of the classic covers.
Oh, the pipe organ. Yes. You're not a villain if you don't have a pipe organ.
Here is issue number 7.
I'll have to remember to tell my son that because he says he's an evil villain.
And here is, I think that's the last one is a dupe. The issue 7 was the last one for the silver. I will now shift to gold. And I will go in descending order. Here is Pep Comics number 38 from MLJ from April of 1943. It has a Hitler appearance inside. And this cover was done by none other than Alex Schomburg.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
Here is issue number 37, a bondage torture cover. And this particular cover, surprisingly, was done by Bob Montana.
Very cool.
Oh, I was just looking at that one. Firing Squad one.
Oh,
The
yeah,
people are being executed against the wall. GIs and nurses.
really neat book.
Here is Pep 35. This is a white pager. This is from January of 1943. You'll see the frail on the tank.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very, very cool.
This is issue number 31. And I bought this from my good friend Frank Bruner. This is from the Frank Bruner collection.
I always love this cover because of the Nazi shield and stuff. I think that's cool.
Well, that's Captain Nazi.
Yeah.
Is that this? That's not.
How many
Doesn't Foster
Captain
have a
Nazis
Captain
are
Nazi too?
There's Captain Nazi and then there's the other Nazi. What's the other guy? It's not Captain Nazi. It's
There's Major Nazi or whatever.
Well, there was a Captain Nazi from
Fawcett.
Fawcett, and one that was a completely different one that was also against the All-Star Squadron.
Captain
This,
Swastika. This is Captain Swastika.
excuse me, I beg your pardon, Swastika. And this is the first appearance of Mr. Lodge.
That's a really cool cover. I like that.
And it has a very strange stamp right here that I think that it was in the Philippines. And it was at a PX in the Philippines from 1943.
That's really cool.
Excuse me, September of 42. No, I don't know. I don't know if it's the Philippines or Singapore or something. I can't remember. It's sort of in the guy that I bought it from couldn't figure out what it was either.
I imagine there's some way you can look it up, but that's really cool though.
Here is Pep Comics number 19. And here, this is where we have the fifth columnists trying to blow up a submarine pen. This is an Irv Novick cover.
Mm-hmm.
And is that Dusty?
And this is Dusty. Roy the Superboy turns into Roy the Mighty Boy because in the Silver Age they didn't want to have him confused with Superboy.
Yeah.
And that looks like Batman. I really think that looks like
But it's the Black Hood.
Hmm.
I mean, but it's the Hangman.
Hangman, yeah.
One thing that I've read a few times over the years was that MLJ actually had a very good relationship with DC Comics.
And this was the first one that I got. This is Pep 17. Alan just showed this. This is from a collection that it was Jim and John Lake, which is a very much like a Promise collection. The two guys went into World War II. They fortunately both survived. They collected comics together. They kept them all together. And then over the years, they sort of trailed away some of the stuff. And then they basically they sold all the off stuff and saved all the very best books. And they put them in a bank and they saved them for years and years and years. And then a friend of mine named Royce Myers got wind of them, got them, had them slabbed for them. There was a bat one, there was a cap one, there was one of the detectives with the coming off the bridge. There was this book, which is Pep Comics 17, white pages, and he was screwed. It's at least a 6
Yeah, the
easily.
colors are really good. Yeah.
Wow.
Mine kind of like oxidized, but yours is really nice.
This is a big book.
Yeah, it is a big book.
With his metal underpants.
Well, his name is Steel Sterling.
You gotta
wear metal pants to keep that thing in the. Okay, so then the last
That'd
one.
be really uncomfortable to walk around in.
Well, I don't know.
I just hope he doesn't.
It would be sort of a rusty situation, don't you think?
I just hope that he's not into Red Sonja's metal underpants.
I can't answer for that, but I can tell you that it's all true. And then the last one I have is a Hangman. This is number 6. And this has a Harry Saul, Sahle. Harry Saul was a big cover artist, and it is a beautiful, beautiful Hangman cover.
Another classic cover.
Oh,
he's putting his skull guys down, and Roy the Superboy is in bondage there, about to be tortured into the. He's on a bed of nails, and then Dusty the detective, the boy detective, and Roy the Superboy. And then they team up and they're the super buddies or whatever. And in this book, they go to Germany, and in Germany, in the MLJ mythos, Goering and Hitler and Goebbels and all those guys are scared to death of them, and especially they are afraid of the Hangman, because he has that same thing like the Shadow, where the shadow of a gallows goes over them. And then they're shaking in their boots because they're coming for them. But anyway, so they go and Dusty and Roy capture Hitler, and they bring him back into the United States, and they're trying to get to the authorities to deal with him. And then they have him at a circus, and they put him into a dunk tank. And everyone's thinking it looks just like Hitler, and then he keeps getting dunked or whatever. And then they say, well, we have to, something about how they have to. I can't remember the exact phraseology or the chronology, but they end up wanting to take him. They have to take him back to Germany, and they're flying back, and then they accidentally. He's in the trunks because he's kicking and screaming and everything. And then, accidentally the trunk fell out of the plane, and he falls 15,000 feet to his death.
Nice.
In the story. So anyway, it's those kinds of tunes that you come to know and love. And there you go. Criminals Beware, the Hangman is everywhere. And a lot of the interior art on this is with Bob Fujitani. And also the other person that did a lot of the Hangman, which is so good, is Harry Lucy. And Harry Lucy's I like all the artists. Harry Lucy in particular, though, for me, is the one. So those are my golden age. Now, I didn't include The Fly, and I didn't include The Shadow, and I didn't include Dracula, and I also didn't include the Jaguar. And I have complete sets of all of those as well. Save that for another time.
Very cool, Stephen.
So that's it.
Good stuff.
Well,
Really cool.
my turn. Now, I have lots of Impact, but these are the ones that I found just quickly to show. It's a couple of characters because they're more my favorites. At least the first one is. I pulled out a lot of the Fly ones. The Fly, I have the vast majority of the series. This is issue 5. This, of course, is from when 1991 DC and MLJ came into it's Srchie at this point. Came up with a deal where DC would publish under the Impact Comics imprint the Srchie superheroes. Unfortunately, because it wasn't spelled out in the deal, DC was allowed to create new versions of the characters, and honestly, these versions of the characters were not quite as good as the originals.
Original.
For example, the Fly is a 12-year-old boy.
That's how he started.
Yeah, but it's a different.
Even younger.
Yeah, this is number 6.
And so this Impact is owned by DC.
Impact is owned by DC, but the characters are owned by MLJ.
Mm-hmm.
The imprint is DC.
Dolphinus.
Number 8, number 10, and I do have the ones that are missing in between. I just didn't find them. I have comics everywhere. That's why I couldn't. I've been trying.
I sure wouldn't understand that.
Well, I've been trying to file things away. I've got too many. I've got like no room left on my desk. It's number 11, number 12. This here is the most interesting villain, I guess you could say, against the Fly. This is a person who's really into, I don't remember her name, but she's really into like games, like bar games, like bowling and billiards and all that sort of stuff. Darts. She's really good at them all, and it was pretty cool to watch this bowling ball. And if for some reason, of course, the bowling ball seems to follow the flight of the Fly. It's pretty cool. And the other ones that I pulled out, because I do have the entire run of the Crusaders from this one. The Crusaders, though, in this were thrown together by the U.S. government, and they were a big failure. The series only lasted 8 issues, and they made them into like this. They really bummed up their thing. A couple of people died, like the Comet and things like that, and the Jaguar lost their powers briefly. It was just a snafu thing right off.
The Jaguar is a female?
The Jaguar is a female at this point.
She's also a female in the Archie right now.
Yeah. The Jaguar, well, that's what said. They got the rights to the characters, so the new characters they made, they can bring. Now, this is the Web number 6, and the difference between the Web in Impact and the Web on the
it's a girl.
Yeah, no, it's not a girl. The Web is an organization similar to Checkmate, as Mark and I discussed before the show.
The girl on the cover there,
like Shield or stuff like that. Yes. There were various people given the outfit based on their skills as they were needed. You know, here's Web number 7, where where this guy has become the Web for the issue because he was needed. This guy here that looks like James Bond, because they were doing an undercover thing. And here's issue number 11, where yet another person is given the Web outfit.
Huh.
So it was kind of weird. And those are the ones I brought tonight. I didn't want to bring too many to overwhelm because, you know, it's a Sunday night and I don't go too long. So I want to thank everybody very much for coming tonight. This was a lot of fun. Oh, let's make Alan big here. He's got some roly-poly.
So this is the roly-poly. So yeah, this is roly-poly number 1.
That looks like Steel Sterling.
It is Steel Sterling.
And that's not actually Susie on the bottom. It's Ginger, but they colored her hair wrong.
Snap, but they messed up her hair. They made her a blonde. And that's I forgot what the name of the characters are. I can tell you in a second.
Ink and Stink.
Ink and Stink, no. It is Applejacks.
What's the floating head?
I'm not sure what the floating head is. I don't know what that is.
It looks like the sun with a face. It's not quite. It's not.
It looks like, what's that show? Teletubbies or one of those ones? Where they have the head.
So is it published by Art? Who's it published by?
It's published by Green Publications, 1945. But I guess they had the rights to publish Archie characters.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird. It's a weird one. I didn't realize it was Archie characters because, you know, it's not Archie. I didn't realize that, and I didn't recognize Ginger Snap because it doesn't look like
because
Ginger
the color's wrong.
Do you know there's another Ginger Snap that was done by Bob Kane? That was one of his first cartoon strips.
Yeah.
Was Ginger Snap.
I remember
okay.
that.
So that's it. I have the other one, but with them as like exotic dancers or like no, not exotic dancers, but where it's Betty and Veronica. You mentioned it's Roly Poly number 12.
The current status of the characters, Jeff, is that Archie retains them. Mark showed us what they're doing with them right now. They're using them on various covers. Are they creating any new stories, Mark?
The most recent thing was out in the mid 2000s, and it was the Red Circle, where they aged the Shield.
Right.
And then all the Fly and Fly Girl had a kid, and then the kid was the new Fly.
Very cool.
The Jaguar, who was an archaeologist, adopted a girl, and she became the new Jaguar. Steel Sterling had a kid, and he became, he went through the same chemical bath his father did. But they really only use them like every once in a while now, like as in the digests.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not really they're in the Archie universe.
I heard that they were stopping the digests altogether. Is that right?
They stopped the regular digest, and now it's a little bit thinner and a little bit bigger, so it doesn't fit in my digest book bag. So I have to buy a new size bag now.
Oh,
that's annoying, but oh well.
Well, I want to say before we go, I want to say thank you guys very much. I really enjoyed this episode, and I hope everybody out there in YouTube land enjoyed it too, because it's a little different Superman show. I wanted to try something different because my curiosity got piqued on something. And the world of Superman has actually been pretty quiet, with the exception of the release of the Supergirl trailer this week. So the next time the Superman show comes back, we'll be back at our regular format. We'll be back with Superman and friends and relatives and all that other stuff. Thank you all for coming tonight. For Mark, how close are you to getting to your goal of 100 subscribers?
I think I hit 100 today.
Oh, congratulations!
Cool. Congratulations!
So one more, and I'll send that. I'll do a show, and I'll have everyone comment on it if they're interested in the book, and I'll do the circle of names, and we'll pick a winner.
Very cool. I'm very pleased to see that. I was hoping we would get you there tonight, and I'm glad to see that you got there. Speaking of my giveaway, we are now only 35 subs away from my giveaway. So hopefully we can keep that up there. I'll make you big, Mark, there.
Oh, that's very nice.
That's a nice looking book.
It is signed, and it has a little certificate.
Very cool.
Very cool. I want to take a moment. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Alan, for coming tonight. I have really enjoyed this very much, and it's making my my convalescence period a lot more interesting, and I appreciate that. For those that are going to watch on the rerun, please comment, like, and subscribe, and comment in the thing if there was any books you liked, or if there's anything you want to know more information about. Check out Alan on his channel, Comic Collector Geek. He's usually there daily. Oh, thank you, Lau.
Oh, Lau is being nice.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Lau. And Monday nights and Friday nights, Stephen joins Alan on his channel, especially the Monday night special. That's an award-winning show, so check them out if you aren't already. Mark, of course, has his
There she blows. I donned
Mark,
my helmet. I was challenged by Mark Oldroyd. He says, "What is that terrible thing you've got back there? It looks like a Legion, some sort of a Legion problem."
Oh,
I said, "It's not a problem. It's the Legion Clubhouse. It's a hat." Oh God. Oh, good. Oh, do you want to wear that? I said, I'll wear it right now. And I put the hat on, and I for all to see.
Very cool. Mark, of course, has his own channel called Mark's Issues with Archie Comics. It is dedicated to the Archieverse, and it is a very, very interesting. He manages every week to do top 10 with us based on the Archie universe pretty much alone.
It's not easy to do.
No, but his books are fantastic. Most of them I've never seen before, and I've seen a lot of Archie. I had an uncle that, not the same uncle that I had the DC collection, but an uncle on my mother's side who was really into Archie. So I read a lot of Archie whenever I was over at my grandmother's house when he was living there. He's pretty close to my age, so he was still home for a while. So thank you all for coming tonight. I've had a blast. I hope you did too. My name's Matt. I like comics. I liked MLJ Superheroes tonight, and I hope you did too. Thanks, everybody.